What it is, YouTube. You know what it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Okay, so check it out. Song, ready? The stars are light, are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, that worked.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, so this is going to be upside down. I'll have to flip it around, but okay, so let's show you this. This is what they call a smooth transition. Basically what you're going to do is, if you notice how I got everything set up, how I got two down here and I got one set up here, and then I got one set all the way to the side of the crossfader. And what you're going to do is we're going to take this song. As you can hear, I got it queued up. And then this song, we got it queued up. So pretty much everything's queued up and ready to go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're not going to use the key set. We're going to take off the clock key. We can take it out the hotkeys. But that's the thing about it, is you can see this lit up. Can you see it lit up? Anyway, you can see it lit up. That's okay. So I'm gonna zoom it in there for a second so you can see it. Bear with me. I'm trying to get this thing right so you can see. Okay. So as you can see, it's lit up. Okay. As you can see, it's lit up. This little button right here, and then you can push the button, this button, and it goes away. So it just depends on the different aspects of the Roland 505. Now, this is the roll and the slicer. Green is slicer and blue is roll. And then you have the TR pattern. You have the TR and then you have the pattern. And then here's the sampler. You can put a sample in the Serato itself, or you can actually program the sampler here, and then this gives you the velocity of the parameters that you want to set in your loop that you want to set up. You can set up like you can set this loop up here. You can push this button here, and you can set the loop how you want to loop it, and it'll control how you want to loop it on the screen, and you can shut the loop off. But once you put the loop in there, you have to take the loop out. To get rid of the hotkeys, you have to go in and press on the Serato and get rid of them. Get rid of the hotkeys, you don't need them. You're going to set the parameters to right there, like I said. I'll show you real quickly what it looks like on the screen. As you can see, they're set on the screen. They're set, ready to go. What we're going to do is, we're going to take that, and I'm going to show you how to manipulate it on the Roland 505. Now, what we're going to do is start. What I'm going to do is already set where I want it to be set. Okay. So what we're going to do is, it's already set, so let's pull back a little bit. This little camera here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to transmit from one song to the other by just pushing some buttons. Now, we're going to fade this song out. Now, this song is already faded up. So what we're going to do is we're going to push play on this song and listen. Listen to the song and see what I'm talking about. And then we're going to get the other one in. So listen to it. Okay. And then right there, you get the cut sign from the client. You just start playing the song and it's going good and everything else. And you're starting to panic. So the next thing you do is you try to find something to cope with it. But what you're going to do is you're going to set the BPMs at the right level. So when you add the other song and you take the other song out, it's going to sound better. Now listen to how it goes. Instead of just shutting it off just like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to transition one song to the other because the client just gave you the cut sign. And this is a lot. It happens a lot. So yeah, it happens more than you would think down here, because they'll give you a list. I'll show it in another view, but they'll give you this list like this. This is my granddaughter. She gave me this list of music to play. She'll be playing the song, but she might change her mind. And that's why it's good to have another song from her list already incorporated in the computer, ready to roll. In Serato DJ Pro, you have an opportunity to have 4 channels. You could take that time, say you could you can add deck 3 and 4 by pushing that button, see how it turns red, but you can change it back and then you know it's on deck number 2. The same thing with deck number 4. You push the button and on the screen automatically turns to deck 4. Now you could load all your decks up and get them all set up like this. Yeah, you can get them all set up so every deck has its position, and that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to set everything up. That's if you want to go this route. A lot of DJs don't want to go that route because they'll forget that where the song is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you trying to get this parameters off here. It got set in there for some reason. But anyway, it'll loop back and forth. Don't worry about it. And then that you can set it. You can take it off. There you got a loop. But to get rid of the loop, you have to go in here. This button right here. Okay. So you can set loops and with the loop button. So the song's playing and you get that cue from the client. So what you're going to do, alright, is you're going to slowly fade this up and fade over. Now when you do this, you have to be careful, because what you're trying to do is trying to make it seem like that there's no song being interrupted. As you can see, the BPMs are matching, so let's do this. You slide this over halfway. You won't lose another little song. And start to slowly progress this up. As you do that, you slowly progress this down. You don't want to do it fast either. Oh. I'll show you that again so you get it, you get to understand it. Let me show you from the cue point at the beginning of the song so it makes more sense. One more time and then I'll be done with it. And then we'll show you the mixture. This thing's acting up. Oh, I see why. Okay. Okay, so you're going to get everything set. Let's try this again. Keep it in the center. As long as you have your curve where it needs to be, and I'll show you that in a second where you set your curve so you can pull this off. Because if you don't do it that way, you'll have to do it the other way. And it makes sense to have the curve right where you have it. Okay, so you're going to put it there. You're going to play this. Now, like I said, you get the cut sign. So what you're going to do, there's a number of ways you could do this, but this is the best way to do it, and it's the easiest way to do it. Okay, ready? So let's push play. We're going to go back a little bit, and then we're going to push play. And then we're going to start fading this song in. And then you turn it off. So that's basically a fade in when you get the cut sign. It's real simple to do. Now, you want to make sure, and I'll show you this. You probably can't see it here. The numbers on the laptop say 117 to 117. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set them at the right. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and get into the next part of this video, but I wanted to introduce it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to explain to you how to make the list, and I'm going to show you how I do it when a client sends me a list, and I wanted to explain it to you before I showed you the list to show you that that was a past client that sent me the list. And then I wanted to show you what paper I send them so they kind of get an understanding. And before this, this is if I don't get a chance to go to Starbucks, meet them in person, or talk. I talk to them on the phone, but a lot of times I've been texting back and forth, so just depends. Let me know down in the comments below how you do it, but I'm just going to share with you how I do it. So you saw the first half of this video. I discussed the transitions, and when you get the cut sign, how to transition the song properly. There are a lot of ways to do it. You could do words. You could change it by that, but setting the proper BPMs, like I was explaining yesterday, makes the transition sound better, because if you, especially when you're doing mixed genres like I did, I wanted to show you the mixed genres because it's very important, because when you get to doing live music, Spanish music, or something like that, those tips will come in handy. Let me show you this. As you can see right here, I got this list going on. I showed you the list yesterday, well, earlier in this video, of my granddaughter. Okay, and this is what I send to a client. So you kind of get an understanding how I do it. I'm going to show you this one. Hold on. Let me show you the other one too. Let me minimize this so you can get an understanding. This is after. This is what they get before. This is what they get before. So it's really self-explanatory on the one before, but as you can see, the one after, this basically it. This is how I send the client, and it looks like this. It says party lists and anniversaries, likes and dislikes, and then they put an L for like or H for hate. Usually what I tell the client is to make sure that when they send me this list, that they just go ahead and be discreet about it so I can get an understanding what they want. And as you can see, it's blank. So there's just a bunch of lines on it. It's very simple. I use Google Docs because it's easy to share to a client. Oh, I'll show you in the next one. But it's easy to share to a client. If you're familiar with Google Docs, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So if it says right here, you can click this button right here, and as you can see, I already sharing it with people. This is actually shared with a lot of people. You can click on it. I'll show you. You click on it and it's loading. If you're not familiar with Google Docs, I'm going to show you how to use it. So it shows you who you're sharing this with, and it shows you also that they can actually edit they can be the editor. You can change it. Um, you can change the different ideas that you want to be the viewer, the editor, make owner, or you can actually remove them. So I'll just click this remove so you can get the idea, and then we're going to remove her again. So anyways, and then it's shared with me, the owner, and then you can put got it, click got it down, and then you can click the copy the link, and then the link copied. That means it's copied to your browser. So that's how you do that. And then to get out of that, discard any changes. Now this is the song list that she actually sent me. So let's just go and show you her list, so you kind of get an understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, at the beginning of the list, I like how she puts this. No. And this is a pro tip right here. This is why it's good to send a client the list and not assume that you know. And when a client, DJ Unstoppable talks about it too, about one of his clients that he got a hold of. His client's like, well, aren't you a professional? Don't you know the music that you need to play? He says, this is what a professional does. A professional DJ doesn't just assume the client knows what music. Now, I had a client be so vague and say that she just wanted 90s rap. She didn't say exactly what 90s rap to play. So I was just like, I narrowed it down. She did say clean. So I had to get 90s rap clean. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get into this. I'll show you this. So, like I said, as you can see, the different 90s pop and this is a song, okay? This is a song, No Digging It by the Backstreet Boys, okay? And then Hypnotized, any songs by him. Anytime they got this, Notorious B.I.G., or anything that they said, like any songs by him, you want to play that. And then Salt and Pepper, any songs from them. Now, sometimes they're vague and they just say Chris Stapleton. What I do is when they send this, they send the artist's name. What I do is I try to do research on the artists they send. That way I can go ahead and get the popular songs by them. What you're going to do is you're going to either find top 40 or you're going to find popular songs. But if you get this song, Tennessee Whiskey is pretty much going to be on the list. Just a little thing. Now this is Texas Dirt Country, and so is this, and so is this, and so is this. And then here we got Adele. I got a bunch of songs from Adele. My son loves her too. So it's just, and then Tracy Chapman, Fast Cars and Give Me One Chance. Tracy Chapman is a wonderful singer. This is a good song to get into. And then this next one is a Spanish song. it's reggaeton. So anytime that you see the Daddy Yankee or Bad Bunny or Uzan, they're pretty much reggaeton. But Daddy Yankee is big time reggaeton. So if you see this, they're going to be reggaeton fans. So you're going to want to play a lot of reggaeton. And then you have Camela. And then, like I said, there's just, and there's different songs here. And then they got Mark Anthony here. Very good singer. They did a Meek Mill, Drop It Like It's Hot with Snoop Dogg, Migos. See, they got Migos here, but they just wanted Fight Night. I played this song, but I played a lot more other songs from Migos, and it was a big hit. And then you got Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, and then you got OV7, which is another Spanish group, and then you got Juan Gabriel. And then you got Major Lazer, and you got Bello. But I'm gonna get down in here because this is a name of a group. Then you got Banda, which is another. Now you got Vicente Fernandez. This is obviously a good hit. I played this at the gig, and they did karaoke with Vicente. It was very good. And then you have Selena. These are different songs from Selena. And then you have Las Sagras. And then you have the other groups here. And then you have 50 Cent. And then you have Candy Shop in just a little bit. And then you got To Get Low from Lil Jon. And then Miss New Booty from Bubba Sparks. And you have Gold Digger by Jamie Foxx. And then you have Usher, but yeah. And then you have hold on. And then you have Unforgettable. And then you have Randy Rogers band, which is another Texas dirt band. So if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you like what you hear. If you don't like what you hear, hit the don't like button. Ring my bell for more notifications. And that being said, if you don't know, now you know.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
Peace.